this time goes to Jennings, and Jennings comes up just a few yards short of the goal line. Does have enough for the first down, though, as he'll get down inside the 5 to the 4. Giacomo comes up to make the stop, but not before Jennings is able to pick up a first down. So first and goal for the Tomcats. Strader in the shotgun has Jennings to his left. Adkins split out to the bottom of your screen. To the top is Brandon Houston. Snap comes back to Strader. He's going to keep it himself from the 4. Tries to fight his way into the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Tomcats. Tomcats pounce first here in the opening quarter. 6-0 as of now. PAT on the way from, I believe that will be Jake Sexton, number 80, stepping out for the PAT try. He is 8 of 8 on the season, was 5 of 5 last week. But what a nice executed drive there by the Tomcats, Will.
Oh, yeah, and it had everything you wanted from an establishing first drive of the game. They had that big pass play to Freeze where he was coming across. Strady was really patient, waiting for him to come across and get so open and would block.
Yeah, Patriots come up with the block on the PAT. Fighting through there is Gunnar Flores, the junior linebacker, bursts through the line of scrimmage and comes up with the PAT block. Score is 6-0 still. Tomcats with the lead. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more right after this on High School Game Day.
Are you a die-hard Mountaineer fan? Then you need to check out the award-winning Touchdown City Show. Tune in as Anthony Lewis, Derek Bailey, Michael Sussman, and WVU legend Avon Coburn break down every thrilling play, every heart-pounding moment, and every victory that leaves you on the edge of your seat. Whether you bleed gold and blue or love great football discussions, the Touchdown City Show has you covered. Find the Touchdown City Show on your local radio station or visit touchdowncity.com for a list of radio affiliates and links to your favorite podcast platform. For the best coverage and all things Mountaineer football, check out the Touchdown City Show.
Welcome back here to George Washington High School in Charleston, West Virginia. Week 2 of the West Virginia High School football season. Happy to have you with us here this evening. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, our Media Center crew. I want to apologize for some of our technical difficulties we were experiencing on that opening drive by the Ashland Tomcats. They marched down the field and scored on the opening possession, converted a 3rd and 8, and picked up 33 yards on a pass play to Nate Freeze that extended the drive for the Tomcats. They ultimately punch it in. LeBryant Strader runs it in himself from 4 yards out on a quarterback power. Tomcats take a 6-0 lead. The PAT was blocked, though, by junior linebacker Gunnar Flores as the Tomcats try a squib kick. Patriots are able to jump on top of it, and getting on top of that for the Patriots is Solomon Farrell. So again, Flores with the block of the PAT. So 8:54 to go now here in the opening quarter. Tomcats lead 6-0. Patriots getting the ball for the first time now, Will. And we got to see what LeBryant Strader was made of at quarterback there for the Tomcats. Now we get a chance to see Abe Fenwick for the first time this season, Will. And the William & Mary commit definitely impressed us last season as a junior. And he made an big improvement from sophomore to junior. Now I'm excited to see what he does from junior to senior this year.
Maybe not the runner Strader is, but just a heck of a quarterback who really gets a lot done with his arm.
Play action fake here. Fenwick going to throw it on a screen pass to Keegan Sack. Sack stopped initially behind the line of scrimmage, but able to keep his legs churning and pick up a positive gain there. Looks like they're only going to give him 1 up to the... I'll give me 1 second. I'll wait for them to spot the ball, actually. Yeah, they will give him 2. Apologize for that. Yeah, 2-yard pickup there. So 2nd and 8. Bryson Sowards, the wide out, split out to the near side of the formation. That's the wide side of the field. Hunter Giacomo up at the top of the formation. Anthony Valentine just off the short side of the field. Fenwick looking across the middle for Gunnar Flores, and Flores had it at midfield, just couldn't haul it in.
Oh, yeah, that was just a classic fly routes down the middle, and he found him in the right spot, just put a little bit too much on it. And I don't know if that would have been to the house, but that would have been a huge game to match, kind of what we saw from Ashland on the first drive.
So it brings up 3rd down here on the opening drive for the Patriots tonight. And Tomcats marched down the field and scored on their opening drive to take a 6-0 lead after the PAT was blocked. after the 4-yard touchdown run by Strader, the quarterback. Fenwick takes a shotgun snap. Heavy pressure comes from the Tomcat defense. Throw across the middle. It's bobbled by Flores. Should have had it for the catch and a big first down, but he can't haul it in. Under some heavy coverage there in the middle of the field as well, but Flores was wide open and should have brought it in for the second time in a row. That'll bring up 4th down, and out will come the punt team.
And not quite the same route, but put him in roughly the same spot in the field. That time got his hands on it. There were guys around, but just wasn't able to haul that in. So now, GW unenviable position having to kick it back after Ashland had that great opening drive.
Jordan Price out to punt it away. Late man running on the field for GW. Slade Barton getting out there. Price stands at his 14, takes the snap and punts it away. Nice spiral punt there. Takes a Patriot bounce inside the 30 and down to the 25, and a roll back dead at the 26. So a nice flip of the field there for the Patriots with that punt from Jordan Price. And now what does the Tomcat offense do after taking that 6-0 lead on the opening drive? Again, it was a very efficient drive in that opening one for the Tomcats. Strader, just one incompletion in that, and that honestly should have been caught. Not his fault on the incompletion, but then also efficient running the football as well.
Yeah, got the running backs involved with 3 carries already, and just very balanced attack. Let's see if they keep it up or if they start to figure out what's working for them better.
Patriots moving things around up front. Handoff goes up the middle to Davis. Davis will go off the left side and will pick up 1 yard up to the 27-yard line.
That's already the 4th ball carrier, including Strader, really showing their depth early in this one.
A lot of ball carriers in that last game against West Jessamine for Ashland in that 56-13 win. Gave the Tomcats their 2nd win in as many tries to start the year. 2nd and 9, play action fake to Jennings, pass out into the flat to Adkins. Worked a lot last year and works to moderate success again there as he'll get up across the 30, and they will give him the 31, so pick up a 4. Bring up 3rd and 5.
6 yards for 5 yards, and we'll bring up 3rd down and 5 to go for Ashland.
Tomcats converted 1 3rd down on the last drive. That a big 33-yard pickup to Nate Freeze. Had just 1 catch for 12 yards coming into tonight on the season. 3rd and 5 for the Tomcats. Strader in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle to Davis, and Davis has a 1st down. Davis gets up to the 40.
Brought down by Flores, Giacomo.
Nice gain there to move the chains and reset the downs for the Tomcats.
That game will move the ball out to the 40-yard line of Ashland, where it will be 1st down and 10 to go.
Counter goes to Davis, coming to the right side, and he'll get up across the 45 and be brought down just shy of midfield at the 48. Pickup of 8 on that 1st down run by Cam Davis, who had a nice running game last week, Will, in that West Jessamine victory on just limited carries.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 for 121, just gash him for big gains on that one. Still pretty good gain. Good hustle, though, by Landon Bird coming all the way around from his right end position. Take him down from behind, prevent it from being a bigger play.
2nd and 2, Strader going to go to the air this time. Pass knocked away that time. Breaking that up is Bryson Sowards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Looking for his intended target, Nate Freeze. Ball just below the midfield logo. 48-yard line of the Tomcats.
On something like this, like a 3rd and 2.5, they're a team that really likes their short passing game as well, so it's not as easily a running play as you might think.
Handoff does go to Jennings, though. He has the 1st down and then some as he gets a little bit extra yardage after the contact. Down at the 47-yard line of the Patriots. Pickup of 5, needed 2, and the sticks reset once more for the Tomcats.
Perry puts the ball on the 47-yard line
Ashland working methodically on their drive so far. Took a little more than 3 minutes off the clock on their opening drive, and so far have taken nearly 3 minutes off the clock on this drive. And before this play gets too far developed, we're going to have an illegal procedure against the Tomcats, so that'll back them up 5 yards, and the Patriots hope that'll slow the momentum of this Tomcat offense.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else so far has done it. Very steady running and throwing some pretty good passing, 4 of 6 so far for 54 yards from Strader, including, again, that big 33-yarder from Freeze that helped really blow up or open up their drive for that first touchdown.
First and 15 for the Tomcats. We'll see what second-year offensive coordinator Steve Dowdy dials up here for Ashland. Patriots bring the blitz. Strader under some pressure. Throws it low, looking for his intended target, Braxton Jennings, coming out into the flat, and that falls incomplete. Just third incompletion, but second in a row now for Strader.
And GW has a lot of size up on that 3-man front they've been using so far. So, good job there of actually getting pressure on and collapsing that pocket, forcing Strader to throw another bad pass.
Second and 15 on the way for the Ashland offense. Trips to the top of the formation. Throw comes to the near side. That's caught by Houston at the 45. He turns upfield, gets inside the 40, and slung out of bounds. He'll be stopped at the 39. Still going to be 2 yards shy of the first down, but a pickup of 13. That makes this third down coming up much more manageable now for the Tomcats. And as Will mentioned, not necessarily a running down here, as third and short definitely in the wheelhouse of this short passing game for the Tomcats with those screens.
Like we said, last year Ashland tore GW for 15 catches, but only 104 yards, about a 7-yard average. They'll go for the home run every single time.
Third and 2, Strader going to keep it himself, and the Patriot defense comes up stout on third down. No gain on that quarterback power. MJ Dixon blows through the line and gets in the backfield to make the initial contact so his teammates can finish him off.
Doesn't look like Ashland plans on punting this one either.
So 4th and 2 from the Patriot 39. Tomcats need to get to the GW 37-yard line to keep this offensive drive alive. Strader in the shotgun. Going to be a quarterback power again. Strader's got the first down and then some. Down inside the 35. Needed 2, picked up 5. They're going to give him down to the 34-yard line. A nice run there by Strader.
That was a very confident play. Basically the exact same thing they ran on third down, basically the same amount of yardage, and said, we don't think they'll stop us twice on that, and picked up a convincing first down, getting deeper and deeper into Patriots territory, looking for that second touchdown already in the first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Tomcats, leading 6-0 in this opening quarter. 3:30 to go. Strader in the shotgun. Jet sweep handoff goes to Jennings to the left. And coming off a block there on the outside edge is Solomon Farrell. Farrell, as well as Anthony Valentine, will come up to make the hit and limit him to just a yard, maybe 2 yards if they're generous to him.
As was developing, it looked like he might have a big play on his hands, but good job by that secondary to string it out and get a body on and stop it for only 1 yard.
Yeah, they are only going to give him the gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 on the way for the Tomcats, but marching down the field and taking time off the clock in bunches. Under 3 to go, opening quarter. Strader takes a snap, throws a pass out to the far side. That's caught by Houston. Houston cuts back inside, and he is wrapped up at the 25-yard line and is finally slung down to the ground by a couple of Patriot defenders. Tyrell Ellis coming up to help make the stop.
Number 14, Bryson Sowers.
But it does look like there is a flag on the field. Correction, sorry, I thought it was a flag. They're going to measure it just to make certain, because it is right there as where they've spotted it at the 39. It might be about a half an inch shy. Yeah, it's going to be about, well, maybe not half an inch, but it's going to be awfully close. As you can see on your screen, not quite a half inch. A couple of chains, or links on the chain, if anything. So 3rd and short on the way for the Tomcats. Patriot defense has been unable to stop the Tomcats on 3rd down, but just the one time, and then gave up the 4th down conversion. See what the GW defense does here on 3rd and inches.
Excuse me, is it 4th and inches now?
Excuse me, 4th and inches. Oh no, they've got the thing, yeah, the stick is wrong. It's 3rd down.
Okay.
They're correcting that now,
right.
Yeah, getting ready to correct that, I believe. I only had it as 3rd down.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. We're getting it all figured out over there. First home game of the year for the Chain Gang, as well as everybody else working in most instances this evening. So 3rd and inches, handoff goes to the back. And fighting for extra yardage, Jennings still on his feet. Already had the 1st down, but said, give me more. He gets down to the 20. Pickup of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Jennings already 5 carries for 20 yards, a smooth 4-yard average, and really helping this offense just make, except for that one big pass play, not really even looking for the big pass plays, just working it down with their very skilled set of players on the outside and the running backs.
Tomcats just milking time off the clock. I believe a nearly 6-minute drive. Handoff goes to Davis, and Davis is met in the backfield, grabbing onto him and hanging on for dear life, coming off the edge. Will's already mentioned his name once. Landon Bird stretching out that play to hold on to him and force a loss of 1.
A great job to grab onto anything he can to corral him down. A lot of hustle so far by this young man.
Timeout requested by the Patriots with 1:35 to go in the opening quarter. Patriots trail by 6, but the Tomcats are marching and are just outside the red zone now. We'll be back with more right after this here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
Okay, I'm at the vault. The microfilm is right behind the store. Can you get me in? I just need a few more seconds. Okay, status report?
Sorry, I'm on Dutch Miller Kia of Charleston.com. You can text, chat, check out the inventory, and even get pre-approved. It's amazing.
But you can get me into the vault, right?
Oh, no. No idea how to do that. Not much of a hacker.
For a limited time, save up to $59.80 off select brand new EV6s.
Back here at George Washington High School after a Patriot timeout in this first half. Visiting Ashland Tomcats lead the Patriots 6-0. 1:35 to go, opening quarter. This is just the 3rd drive of the game on offense for either side combined. Just the 2nd one for the Tomcats, who marched down the field and scored on their opening drive. It was capped off with a LeBryant Strader 4-yard touchdown run. Highlighted in that drive was a 3rd and 8 conversion, a 33-yard pickup, pass going to Nate Freeze, the tight end, the big man, catching it and turning upfield, picked up about 20-some plus yards after the catch to help convert that 3rd down. On 2nd and 11, trying to go to the end zone and hauled it into the back corner under heavy traffic as Brandon Houston, the senior wideout, the 6'3" man, goes up and gets it. What a dime from LeBryant Strader. That 21-yard touchdown pass makes it 12-0 Tomcats with the lead. 1:29 to go, opening quarter.
And just a perfect pass into the corner of the end zone. Going to one of his favorite targets, a big 6'3" fellow who brought it down very smoothly. And and like you said a little bit just now, they're beating a lot of clock, but they're not trying. They're just running their offense with, as they do. And that pass was just another, not necessarily a flashy play, but a big play that this team can make.
Tomcat offense going to stay out there on the field and go for 2 here. Strader under center. Play action fake, throw back to the near side, and that's caught by the tight end, Nate Freeze. Freeze hauls in the 2-point conversion try, and the Tomcats make it 14-0. So Ashland with a 2-touchdown lead now after Freeze catches the 2-point conversion try. And again, that's just the second drive of the game for the Tomcats. Patriots forced to punt. A 3-and-out on their opening drive. And we'll get ready to send the offense out for the second time tonight. Here in just a moment, down 2 scores.
Yeah, it's going to be important here for GW to get something going after 2 drives that were really, I don't want to say routine, but it seems like Ashland just running what they wanted, and it was mostly working out. Strader already 7 of 10 for 98 yards and a touchdown, and another 17, a touchdown on the ground.
And we mentioned the Patriots going quickly on that drive. 3-and-out, 3 pass attempts on that drive, a 2-yard pickup, and then 2 incompletions. So the Patriot offense wasn't out there for very long, maybe 30 seconds in this first quarter. There's a minute 29 left to go in the opening quarter, and the Tomcats, again, have only had the football twice. To illustrate how long they've been out there with the football, as we have a short kick to the near side. That's going to be recovered by Grant Aldrich, sophomore free safety wide receiver. Pretty big kid, too, for just being a sophomore, 6'1", $170. So he recovers it to maintain possession for the Patriots after the kickoff on the squib to the near side. Going to the near side this time instead of the far side. And the Patriot offense will come out for, again, just the second time tonight. Anthony Valentine will line up in the backfield with Abe Fenwick in the shotgun.
Valentine's been a big contributor to this team for a number of years. Let's see if they try to go to him here on the second drive. Didn't on the first to see if they can get something going.
Keegan Sack and Hunter Giacomo split up to the top of the formation. Solomon Farrell to the bottom. Play action fake, a throw out into the flat, wide open Sack. Sack going to turn upfield, now cut back inside the 40, across the 45, he's across midfield, and he's going to stay inbound still somehow inside the 40, inside the 35, and he's finally forced out near the 30-yard line. What a big-time play to start this second drive of the game, Will.
Yeah, great job turning just a flare pattern like that into a big play, just working his way down the sideline like that for 38 yards.
Goes from 32 to 32-yard line. So the Patriots pick up their first down of the game on their second drive. Comes on their opening play of the drive. They're already quickly into Tomcat territory with a minute 14 to go. In this opening quarter, and Patriots trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight, down 14-0 in this opening quarter. Fenwick in the shotgun, drops back to pass. Slings it across the middle of the field. Wide open, Gunnar Flores at the 10, and he walks in untouched. Touchdown, Patriots, as the confetti flies from the Patriot Pack student section on the near sideline. Gunnar Flores hauls it in from 32 out, and the Patriots are on the board for the first time tonight, with 1:07 to go in the first quarter.
And we talk about those 2 incompletions out of 3 attempts on that first drive. 2 of them were very similar plays to that, trying to find Flores on a
pretty similar route. Yeah,
wrap down the seams, and finally found it. He was well behind the defense and made it look easy there. 2 big completions in a row. Put GW right back in this one, get some energy back to them, and really turn things around. Still need to keep it up, though.
Junior Jordan Price, kick is up, and it is good. Patriots now down just by a touchdown, 14-7 with a minute 7 to go in the opening quarter. We're back with more right after this.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Welcome back here to George Washington High School. Patriots on the board for the first time tonight. Comes with a little more than a minute left to go in this first quarter. Now trailing the visiting Tomcats from Ashland, Kentucky by 14-7 our score. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, happy to have you along with us here this evening on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. We're happy to be brought to you by Parmar Stores. There's not a Parmar near you. There certainly will be one soon. There's actually going to be one not too far from here at George Washington High School soon. It'll be just off of McCorkle Avenue, or Route 60 there. Just a little ways down from the 119.
Between 119 exit and the South Side Bridge.
Yep, be right there. It'll be primetime post-game and pre-game spots, I'm sure, for Patriot fans as well as John Adams Falcon fans for the middle school just down the road. Patriots set to send it away to the Tomcats. Short kick by Price. It'll be fielded on the near side by Houston at the 29. Houston going to run across the field all the way over to the far sideline. Hasn't picked up much yardage, but man, has he covered a lot of ground.
Neither teams are really willing to send it deep. I don't know if it's respect to their returners or just the way they're doing their kickoff this year, just based on what they're seeing, but both teams just kind of flip it to 30 and see what happens.
Well, he ran maybe 20 yards and picked up 6 on that kickoff return. And I can assure you, probably it is respecting Braxton Jennings' ability to return kickoffs. He had an 81-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the opening game of the season for the Ashland Tomcats, which technically proved to be the difference in the score. It was a 28-21 win for Ashland in that season opener against the Rams. Handoff goes up the middle here this time. And that will be Tavion Thomas carrying it. And he will pick up 4 yards up to the 45-yard line.
That's a 4-yard carry, and will bring up second down and 6 to go for Ashland.
Again, Tomcats taking their time, breaking the huddle and setting things up on the line of scrimmage. In no hurry whatsoever, but haven't been really slow about it. It's been, again, more methodical. Read option here. Strader keeps it himself. He's got a first down and then some as he's into GW territory. And he's forced out of bounds by Anthony Valentine around the 40-yard line. They are going to give him the 40.
So that's a 40-yard or 20-yard game right there.
Yeah, nice run there by Strader on that option pass, really, because after he faked that handoff for the option, saw the end crash off the edge, and then pulled it back like he was going to throw it, but then saw he had a lane and took off.
Already 135 total yards for Strader, 37 of those on the ground, 98 through the air with a touchdown on both sides.
Handoff goes to Thomas. Thomas has the hole up the middle, cuts back to the near side. He's inside the 25, lowers a shoulder, and he's inside the 20. Tavion Thomas with a nice gain there. Gets down inside the 20 to the 19.
Both teams kind of moving in towards big plays. Like we said before, Ashland didn't necessarily have a huge number on those first 2 touchdown drives except for the 33-yard pass to Freeze, but then GW has 2 straight, and then this one right here.
Tomcats already driving and marching down the field on just the 3rd possession for them of the half. We get ready to head to the second quarter. Tomcats lead 14-7. We're back with more right after this on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
On the gridiron, you have to be tough. I'm Morgan Switzer, a Republican running for Kanawha County Prosecuting Attorney. I promise to bring that same toughness back to our prosecuting attorney's office so that Kanawha County can once again be a safe place to live, work, and raise our families.
In the game of football and the game of justice, you need someone who's tough and fair. That someone is Morgan Switzer.
My last name is Switzer, and I do know a little something about football, and I approve this message.
In an ever-changing world, one thing you can always count on is Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hurricane. You know, Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and their method is so straightforward it may shock you. Friendly service and a huge selection of inventory with more arriving daily. When you're ready for your next vehicle, take the short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
We flip ends of the field, put a fresh 12 up on the scoreboard. Get ready for the start of the second quarter. Patriot defense has been playing on its heels all half long so far. Defense going to try to rewrite the script as we start the second. Tomcats have marched down the field on each of their first 3 drives so far. Third drive continuing here into the second quarter.
They had the bright spot of blocking that first PAT, but then they got the points back with 2-point conversion on their second touchdown. So really, Patriot defense really looking for a win.
Handoff goes up the middle. And that's Cam Davis with another nice run there. Picks up a couple of yards. Down to the 17 as the Tomcats are in the red zone for the second time tonight. We're in the red zone on their last drive, but then lost a yard on a run off of a great play by Landon Bird, the defensive end for the Patriots. But then a 21-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Houston would then put the Tomcats on the board again, so not in the red zone on that score, but in the red zone here once more. Play action, fake Strader going to dump it out into the flat, just left it short. Jennings was open in the flat on the near side, just didn't have it thrown close enough to him. So that'll bring up third down and 8 inside the red zone for the Tomcats. So only been unsuccessful one time on third down so far tonight, and then converted the fourth down. H-back in there is Thomas, standing behind the right guard. Play action fake, slant pass tipped in the air, and it's incomplete, trying to find Asher Adkins. And that'll bring up third down after a great pass breakup there by Jaden Whitehead, his third pass breakup of the season now. And that brings up 4th and 8. So for the second time tonight in this first half, Ashland unsuccessful on third down. Can they stay perfect on fourth down? Adkins to the top of the formation with the tight end freeze. Down to the bottom of the formation, it's Houston, and Jennings will split out now.
Much farther to go than their first attempt on fourth down.
Thomas in the backfield with Strader in the shotgun. Strader under some pressure, steps up, and he's got some space down the right side of the field. He's got the first down, takes a spin off of a defender, and he'll have the first down, and he'll be brought down near the 5-yard line. So a first down run on 4th and 8 for Strader. Again, showing that versatility and that mobility with his legs. The weight he lost in the offseason certainly paying off for him so far this year. Coming into tonight, had 12 carries for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he's already working his way to surpass that this evening.
Six carries for 49 already. He's
Handoff,
not the only runner.
Handoff this time goes to his tailback, Braxton Jennings. The junior carries it and will be forced backward, back to the line of scrimmage, so give him nothing there on 1st and goal, bring up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Well, that's part of what's been impressive about this Ashland offense so far. Is it's not necessarily unusual for a high school quarterback to lead his team in rushing, but he doesn't need to. I mean, they have three quality running backs who've already added up to well over almost 75 yards.
And 10 different ball carriers for this Ashland football team over the course of those first 2 games coming into tonight. So they definitely like to spread it around, and we've seen it already this evening in the first half. Handoff goes to Jennings this time. Jennings fights his way toward the end zone. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Braxton Jennings. The junior punches it in for the second time on the ground for this Ashland offense. Strader got it the first one to start the scoring. And now Jennings gets his first of the evening with 9:51 to go in the second.
It's a great job running inside, and honestly, the Ashland front's giving up just a little bit of size, it seems like, against the front 3 or 4 of the Patriots, but great job there of finding enough space to get their running back in there through the middle.
Kick is up and is good from Jake Sexton. Tomcats lead 21-7 with 9:51 to go here in the first half. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more right after this.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family cool and comfortable. With the dog days of summer ahead and fall right around the corner, it's time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. Right now, we're offering 0% financing on a new Rheem home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
Tomcats lead by 14. A little more than 2 minutes into the second quarter. 21-7, GW trailing the visiting Tomcats from Ashland, Kentucky. Another squib kick here, fielded by Grant Aldrich. And he'll be down at the 30 as he covers it for the Patriot kickoff return team. Second time he's been on the recovery. And GW will send the offense out. Actually, they're going to mark him, looks at the 29-yard line instead of the 30. So the Patriots will start 1st and 10 from their own 29. And had a big-time play on the last drive to spark the offense on the opening play of the drive. Keegan Sack flipped the field and went into Tomcat territory for the first time tonight, and then the Patriots were able to finish it off with Flores hauling in a 32-yard touchdown catch. As we get a timeout requested and granted from Ashland head coach Chad Tackett in his second year as the head coach. Been on staff, though, since 2007. So both of these head coaches have been here for the entirety of this series. And, Will, unfortunately, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but the series unfortunately has to come to a close as the Tomcats now have moved up into Class 4A, have a new district, have more district opponents that they have to play now to get into their playoffs. So this series, unfortunately, for now, has come to a close. But it's been such a good series over the course of it. 6 of the 11 matchups so far have been decided by 7 points or less. And usually when you get a game like this where it's two bigger teams in their respective classes, somebody's going to take a tumble, and then eventually you might expect somebody to tumble the rest of the way and not make the playoffs. But that's not been the case with these two schools.
Yeah, both teams, like we said towards the top of the broadcast, expect to be in playoffs, expect to be in big games, and usually rise to this type of occasion. 9 of the I misread that, excuse me. Yeah. But as we get ready to head back into this game, we talked to Ashland's head coach, and he said that the changes, it does kill this series, like we said, has been very good for both sides, but offers them some opportunities, getting to play some more regional opponents that they haven't played in a while, like Johnson Central, Kentucky, a power that Capital High School, I think, played.
Capital and South Charleston played there for a while. There was a 4-year series with both of them.
Yeah, so it's not all bad. Is this change for them? And obviously, playing in a higher division usually has benefits, but I'm not really sure what the.
Our director producer Ethan Young telling us they're having some issues with the scoreboard. Is relatively new still, somewhat. Less than 10 games, I would argue, plus soccer probably though as well, and lacrosse. I forget about those other sports taking place up here at GW now, because when Will and I played here at George Washington, disclaimer, I didn't mention that earlier, we did not play here at George Washington High School, but one game a year, other than JV and freshman games. So
play down at Laidley.
Yeah, it's Been since 2011, the Patriots have been playing up here on the hill regularly. A nice pass down the field. Patriots complete a deep ball. Hauling that in is Bryson Sowers. Another big-time play on the opening play of the drive for the Patriots as they flip fields once again from the 29 of their own side of the field to the Tomcats 32.
Fenwick's last 3 completions have all been over 30 yards, 37 there.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the 33. Handoff goes to Valentine. Valentine off the right side, had a seam, got inside the 25 and close to a first down. Depends on where they spot the football. Austin Nichols finally comes up to make the stop, but it's going to be... And they are going to officially now move the chains. First down for the Patriots. He got down to the 23-yard line, so a pickup of 10 on that run by Anthony Valentine. First time we've seen him carry the ball tonight. Fake the handoff to him, pass out into the flat to Sack again. Sack's got a nice block, and, well, it looks so nice because there's going to be a flag thrown on it. Solomon Farrell going to get called for a holdout on the outside, and that's unfortunate because that'll negate a first down gain for Keegan Sack on that screen play.
And that's the play they found success with. First attempt only got 2 yards, but then second time they tried was a big 38-yard pickup. They really rejuvenated this offense after looking pretty sluggish. So a play they're probably going to go back to again, but this time you got your receiver has to be able to be aware of his blocking out there and sometimes be a little carried away.
So penalty from the spot of the foul. Fortunately for the Patriots, it was thrown relatively well enough far downfield that it's only a few yards assessed on the penalty. Still back it up to the 26. So a 3-yard penalty effectively. And it'll be 1st and 13. Fenwick now has Sack to his right in the shotgun. Throw tipped and almost intercepted. Sawyer Edens almost comes up with the INT for the defense as Gunnar Flores couldn't hang on to that pass thrown by Abe Fenwick. On the near side of the field, that's the second time now, or third time that Flores has been unable to hold on to the football. He does have the touchdown grab, but has had a couple of other passes just like that where he should have been able to haul them in.
One was arguably just overthrown, but 2 of them were certainly classified as drops. And like you said, 1 touchdown, 2 drops. The guy they're going to keep going back to. This is a guy who they need just a little bit more consistency out of right now if they try to keep up in this dogfight. 2nd
and 13 after the incompletion. 2 receivers to each side of the field. To the near side, it's Flores and Giacomo. Fenwick going to keep it himself on a quarterback power. Fenwick down inside the 20, and he'll pick up a couple of extra yards. I think may have gotten 5 down to the 18. Excuse me, would have been 8 down to the 15 after that effective 3-yard penalty. So 3rd and a long 5, 3rd and 6. Patriots looking over to the sideline. Offensive coordinator Scott Tinsley calling the play in. Trips to the near side. Giacomo, Flores, Valentine in order from bottom to top in that trips on the near side. That's the bottom of your screen. Sack now splits out wide, empty backfield for Fenwick. Slings a dart going toward the end zone. Giacomo had it and then dropped it. Giacomo dropped 6 from the board for the Patriots. In coverage there was Braxton Jennings for the Tomcat defense, but Hunter Giacomo had a gift right there after the defender blew by him there, and Giacomo was able to get his hands on that football. 4th down for the Patriots, a long 5 to go. Have to get inside the 15 down to the 13 if they want to keep the drive alive. Fenwick takes a shotgun snap under some pressure. Throws toward the near side, caught by Valentine. Valentine off the defender, still on his feet inside the 5. He's going to come up short of the end zone, I believe. But he still picks up a first down for the Patriots. Valentine rocked off the initial contact made by Tavion Thomas. stayed on his feet, picked up more yards, and now sets the Patriots up 1st and goal from the 2. 18 yards on that game.
A great job to just kind of sprawl away from that initial tackle attempt and pick up a lot of extra yards. Let's see if they give him a chance to score here.
Tight set here. Fenwick under center. Handoff goes to Valentine. Valentine fighting for the end zone. Is he in?
No signal.
No signal yet. And he's going to be short. 2nd and goal. They're going to get him down inside the 1, though, so he picks up about 1.5 yards on that heavy set formation for the Patriots. Valentine out, Stack into the backfield now. He's going to try his hand at it. Actually, It's going to be Fenwick calling it himself. Fenwick stretches across, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. I'd love to tell you how much time's left in this 2nd quarter, but we're having some clock issues, so they're keeping that on the field. But the Patriots do get on the scoreboard once again. This time, Fenwick with a 1-yard touchdown run.
A good job by Patriots again to respond to keep this game well within reach. Good job of another balanced drive. You have the big passes, but also great job there by Valentine with a big catch and a big run to help his team get down there. Couldn't quite punch it in himself, but I'm sure he'll get more opportunities.
Price punches through the extra point, and it's a 21-14 game now on the hill between the Tomcats and the Patriots. We're back with more right after this of the 2nd quarter.
In an ever-changing world, one thing you can always count on is Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hurricane. You know, Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and their method is so straightforward it may shock you. Friendly service and a huge selection of inventory with more arriving daily. When you're ready for your next vehicle, take the short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Back on the hill for more Week 2 action of high school football in West Virginia. Patriots searching for their first win after a season-opening loss last week at the Castle against the Camel Midland Knights. Ashland Tomcats on the road for the first time this season, looking to stay perfect. 3-0 after wins over Raceland and West Jessamy. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, happy to have you along with us for this matchup. And a game that's not really, again, it's not a rivalry game, but it has been a great series over the last 11 years. But unfortunately, we'll be coming to a close for the time being as the Tomcats adjust to life in Class 4A in Kentucky in their new District 6. Short kick coming to the near side. Houston will field it at the 27. Houston's going to take off again across the field over to the far side to his teammates. And now he'll come back in toward the hash mark. Still on his feet across midfield. A nice return that time by the Tomcats, Brandon Houston, as he takes it from the 27 up across the 50 to the 48 of the Patriots. So a 25-yard return there, but it puts the Tomcats into Patriot territory to start this drive.
And they haven't really needed any help so far, so excellent field position here from the Tomcats, and let's see if they keep their same deliberate and balanced approach.
Tomcats throw out into the flat over to the far side. That is caught by Jennings, and Jennings will get down to the Patriot 42. Be a pickup of 6, and there is a Patriot down on the turf. Looks like it might just be a stretching cramp issue. I believe that's Tyrell Ellis down on the turf, and Katie Bryant, the trainer for the Patriots, will make her way over to the far side of the field to try to stretch him out and alleviate those cramps so he can at least get over from that far side of the field to the near side. As you take a look in now at the Tomcats huddle over on that far side of the field. And again, Will, the Tomcats offense has been running pretty much flawlessly so far in this first half. 3 drives, 3 scores, and have been doing it in a variety of ways, through the air, on the ground, and with multiple players playing a part in each of those facets.
I mean, very efficient. Already Strader only had about 8 of 13 passing for 104 yards. 4 guys that carried the ball at least 4 times. Again, led by Strader, but Jennings, Thomas, and Davis all with at least 18 yards and 4 carries. So, just a very efficient running game along with the passing game that, is often a shorter passing game. It can also go long, like we've seen with, again, Freeze's 33-yard reception that really got that first drive going.
So second and short, or medium rather. It'll be Thomas with a handoff, and he'll go to the right side, and he'll bounce his way to the sideline and forced out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line. That is enough for a first down for the Tomcats, as he'll get down to the 36, rather, of the Patriots. So fresh set of downs for Ashland. Again, working with a 7-point lead as the clock gets back working here. A little more than 4.5 to go in this first half of action. Strader pulls it, fires one out to the near side. It's caught by Jennings. Jennings going to break out of a tackle by Valentine, still on his feet inside the 20, and finally forced out of bounds around the 18-yard line. It took Gunnar Flores as well as Valentine and Keegan Sack to knock out of bounds Braxton Jennings. Did a great job of keeping his legs moving and picked up a first down as he gets down to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 18 on that reception.
Jennings picking up his first and second receptions on this drive. In the game, 10 touches for 54 yards. So there, and again, efficient offense here from Ashland.
Handoff goes up the middle to Davis. Davis fights his way forward, and the ball comes out. Jumping on top of that is the left tackle, Christian Cole, using his wrestling sprawl to cover up the ball there.
Yeah, you rarely see a fumble so quickly and soundly recovered like that. I guess that's what you're hoping for if you fumble on offense, but great job there preventing any real scramble for it. Just jumped right on it. Disaster averted.
I mentioned his best wrestling sprawl because he's actually the Region 8 runner-up in the 215-pound weight class for Ashland. Handoff goes to Thomas, and Thomas wide open down the sideline and into the end zone. But I believe they're waving this one off. Yep, we got a flag thrown back near the line of scrimmage, so that one's going to come back.
It looked almost too easy, and I guess there might have been a reason for that.
And that would be exactly right. There's a hold on the Tomcats that'll back them up. And again, that wipes the touchdown off the board, so stays 21-14.
One of the very few missteps again by this offense so far, setting them back really far back.
Ball back at the 27-yard line.
But this is a team that has explosive downfield, that hasn't really looked for too many home runs. Let's see if that changes here when they're well behind the 6.
Strader fakes a handoff on a jet sweep, keeps it himself. Great job there by the Patriot defense. Clyde May, the sophomore, collapses the end, contains Strader coming off that on that quarterback option, and makes a great open field tackle and holds him to just a few yards on that game.
And probably one of the first questionable decisions we've seen Strader make in this one. Not that it looked like Adkins had a ton more room on that jet sweep, but just good job by the Patriots defense stringing it out and staying home and forcing them to make a decision and then getting there.
3rd and long for the Tomcat offense. Have been pretty good on 3rd and 4th down so far this evening in this first half. 2:43 to go first half. Tomcats lead by 7. Strader looking toward the end zone, trying to drop one in again and can't get it. Intended target on that throw was Brandon Houston. Great coverage there. Anthony Valentine as well as Keegan Sack in the area. That one just a little overthrown, run out of real estate there. If it was the Canadian Football League, that might have been a touchdown.
It looked like he may have kind of locked in on his receiver there just a little bit. I mean, he's obviously one of your top guys and came pretty close there, but maybe it wasn't progressing as well as his coach wanted him to.
Fourth and 19 coming up for the Tomcats. Going to keep the offense out there to go for it, leading by a touchdown. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Strader takes the shotgun snap. Patriots bring the blitz. Pass dumped out and caught by Thomas. Thomas still short of the first down, but breaks out of a tackle, still on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tomcats! Wow! On 4th and 19, Atavion Thomas, who hadn't caught a single pass coming into tonight, somehow breaks out of a couple of tackles well shy of the first down, breaks out of another one right at the sticks, and then gets into the end zone. Make it 27-14 Tomcats with the lead here late first half.
And he gets that first catch when his quarterback is desperate looking for somebody under some pressure and makes it all the way to the end zone. Just another fantastic play by this Ashland offense.
26-yard touchdown pass from Strader to Thomas. Extra point is up and is good from Jake Sexton. Tomcats lead 28-14 with 2:24 to go here in the first half. We're back with more right after this on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
Hi, this is JJ Roberts from Huntington, and when I'm back home, you will find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Back to a 2-touchdown lead for the visiting Tomcats from Ashland, Kentucky. They drove over an hour from Ashland to come here to the capital city of West Virginia, and they're trying to go back with a perfect 3-0 record. Last drive capped off with a 26-yard touchdown pass from LeBryant Strader to Atavion Thomas. Makes it, again, our score 28-14. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, happy to have you with us, and our media center crew, our producer director, Ethan Young, and our camera operator tonight, Andrew Rose, doing a fantastic job for us, as always, here in week number 2 of the high school football season in West Virginia. Patriots going to have to come back with some offense in the second half. Want to come away with victory number 1 of the season. Would hate to fall to 0-2, especially with the slate of games coming up for the Patriots. Low kick on the ground, scooped up by Solomon Farrell at the 27. Farrell up across the 30, and he is quickly sandwiched by a trio of Tomcats. So the Patriot offense comes back out on the field, 2:18 to go, opening half, trailing by 2 scores. And both times the Patriots have scored, Will, it's been a big play on the opening play of the drive that's got the offense in the field position it needed to go and score. Question is can it keep that up?
Well, overall, they've just been a big play offense that adds the way they've been able to get down the field, and when they haven't gotten that explosive play, sometime it's fizzled out. But first play here is not going to be that big play, but still a completion.
Short throw across the far side of the field. Patriots going to go hurry up as caught by Keegan Sack across the 35 to the 36. Pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 on the way for the Patriots. We're hustling to the line of scrimmage, but a little slower now once they're there. Snap comes back to Fenwick, has some time, throws to the far side of the field. Over on the far side, trying to hook up with over there, was looking for Bryson Sowards, but Sowards unable to stay in bounds over on that far side of the field. Would have been a nice gain there on 2nd and 5. Would have brought the Patriots close to midfield, but instead it'll bring up 3rd and 5 from their own 36. Giacomo and Flores split out to the near side of the formation. That's the wide side of the field. Up top, Sack and Sowards. Valentine to the right of Fenwick in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Throw completed over the near side, caught by Flores, who breaks out of 1 tackle and breaks out of a 2nd has the first down and gets up near the 45 to the 44. Needed 5, picked up 8.
But not before Flores takes the ball out to the 44-yard
First down Patriots. Minute 30 to go in this first half, though. It's going to have to work quickly if they want to score. Do have 2 timeouts left in their pocket, though, in this first half. 3-man rush from the Tomcats. Throw to the near side. Looking for Hunter Giacomo. Giacomo can't haul it in. That incompletion does stop the clock, though, with 1:20 to go in the first half. So it does save the Patriots those timeouts and a little bit of time. As Fenwick and the offense look over to the sideline, offensive coordinator Scott Tinsley for the play call. Same formation for the Patriots on this play. Just the wide side of the field is now up to the top half of your screen. Fenwick takes the snap, under some pressure, going to step up in the pocket, has some space in front of him now, has the first down, directing traffic inside the 40, inside the 35, and he steps out of bounds. Smart move there from the senior quarterback, Abe Fenwick. The captain picks up the first down and avoids a big hit out in the middle of the field. Also preserves the timeouts and the clock for the Patriots.
A big 26-yard gain there. Looks like they checked a lot of boxes with that one.
Clock stopped with 1:08 in the first half. Still 2 timeouts for the home-sided Patriots. Valentine now comes to the bottom of the formation. He'll join Giacomo and Flores in a trip set. Sowers up to the top, and he'll be joined by Sack. So an empty set for the Patriots. Fenwick takes a shotgun snap. Has a blitz come off the outside edge. He just has to sling it and get rid of it. And the incompletion will stop the clock with 1:02. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Patriots from the Tomcat 34-yard line.
Then recalling one of his last 4 passes for 8 yards. So not necessarily that big play downfield that you're looking for late in this, but again, that big 27-yard run, or 26-yard run really set him up. 17, excuse me.
Fenwick's lucky he was able to get rid of that, though, because he had a man breathing down his neck who came unblocked off the edge, and he was able to get rid of it just in time. He did take a hit, but not a huge hit, and was still able to get that clock stopped with the incompletion. So now Sack comes back into the backfield. Screenplay thrown to the near side. Sack catches that. Runs into his own blocker for a second. Gets down to the 30. And he will pick up 4 yards. And the Patriots are going to call a timeout. Stop the clock with 52 seconds left. And the Tomcats sideline there right before that play was very much upset. They thought Bryson Sowers, the lone man at the top of that formation, thought that he had moved before the play had snapped, and I don't necessarily disagree. It was awfully close.
I think he got away with one right there. But that's just the way she goes sometimes. And
yeah, they don't call it. It's not a penalty. So, you got to move on from it quickly. And now what do you dial up 3rd down? As the Patriots have been able to move the ball on this drive relatively well. Granted, it was helped out by that long run by Fenwick there as he climbed the pocket, but the Patriots have been moving the ball on this drive in short time coming off the clock.
They've been doing a lot to kind of aim for the middle, and then they hit Sack on that, the outside, and hit Sack with that the screen that they've tried to set up a couple times, but we haven't seen them attack the middle yet. I think we're due for one here soon, especially the range they're at and the time on the clock.
They did strike on their opening score to Flores across the middle from 32 yards out. And they're in a similar spot here. Ball at the 29 on the near side hash mark. 3rd down and 5 on the way for the Patriots. Handoff goes to Valentine, and Valentine will get a positive yardage, but will come up shy of the first down, and the Patriots will have to take their 3rd timeout of the half to stop the clock with 47 seconds. So they're going to give him 2. And still 4th and 3. So if you're the Patriots, obviously you're probably looking at going for it here. Not really sure just yet how much you want to go to Jordan Price's leg. He was 1 of 2 on field goal tries last year. He was 42 of 48 on PAT tries. He's 3 of 3, well now 5 of 5 rather, from PATs this year with 2 already tonight. But you got to imagine you're calling 2 plays here if you're going for it. Right? No timeouts left, 47 seconds left. Call the play to get the first down, and then call your first down play right after.
Right, or I think they're also probably trying to attack the perimeter, maybe try to just get out of bounds, save that time like they've done a couple times on this drive. I don't think they're going to go for the pass down the middle. Has really been their bread and butter scoring, but just because if you miss it, you get turnover on downs. But hard to tell here. That's why you run this type of spread offense, keep them guessing on what you're going to do with all these weapons you have spread out.
Well, those weapons spread out. Trips to the top of the formation. Flores, sack, and up to the top is Sowers. Giacomo, the lone receiver, to the bottom. Valentine in the backfield to the left of Fenwick, now switches to the right. Fenwick takes a shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, throws under some pressure, and it's incomplete. Looking for Sowers, cutting across the middle, and that incompletion will be a turnover on downs for the Patriots.
And that's tough for GW in a what they were really hoping to do is try to get some points there and then come back with the first possession of the second half, which they have after the coin toss, and try to, if they could score on both those touchdowns, could have been 28 all, but now they have to try to get to half, only down 14. I don't expect Ashland to really go hard to try to score here, but they've got 41 seconds, 2 touchdowns.
Looks like they're just going to try to kneel it out, though. They've got Brandon Houston back in a safety spot, and they're going to go protect there, and he is just going to kneel out this first half clock. So Tomcats content with being on the road, up 14 at the half. So they will get ready to head back into the locker room just up the hill inside the school. Patriots will head into their locker room just behind the near side stands as the Tomcats lead 28-14 in the first half. We'll step aside for a break. Then when we come back, we'll see some sights and sounds from here at Steve Edwards Field, and then we'll get you some scores from around the Mountain State as well. That's coming up later on here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
Hi, this is JJ Roberts from Huntington, and when I'm back home, you will find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi. You know, our West Virginia military veterans are the last ones to ask for handouts, yet many of them are hungry. I invite you to watch a video that shows an amazing monthly program that helps feed our veterans in Beckley and Clarksburg. Huntington Bank and other partners would like to expand this program to other areas of our state, and we'd love for you to help. Watch the video at wvenriched.com. That's wvenriched.com.
Come get your new car at Top Duty Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi's come standard with an industry best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
If you've never checked out Mitsubishi, come see the all-new Outlander. This third-row, full-size, all-wheel drive SUV starts at $29,999.
Rates as low as 1.9%.
Buy a brand new Mirage starting as low as $299 a month with zero down.
And we have financing available for all credit types.
Check out the details on Facebook and watch for our daily specials.
Go to TopDutyMotors.com and see for yourself.
Are you a die-hard Mountaineer fan? Then you need to check out the award-winning Touchdown City Show. Tune in as Anthony Lewis, Derek Bailey, Michael Sussman, and WVU legend Avon Coburn break down every thrilling play, every heart-pounding moment, and every victory that leaves you on the edge of your seat. Whether you bleed gold and blue or love great football discussions, the Touchdown City Show has you covered. Find the Touchdown City Show on your local radio station or visit touchdowncity.com for a list of radio affiliates and links to your favorite podcast platform. For the best coverage and all things Mountaineer football, check out the Touchdown City Show.
Okay, I'm at the vault. The microfilm is right behind the store. Can you get me in?
I just need a few more seconds.
Okay, status report?
Sorry, I'm on Dutch Miller Kia of Charleston.com. You can text, chat, check out the inventory, and even get pre-approved. It's amazing.
But you can get me into the vault, right?
Oh, no. No idea how to do that. Not much of a hacker.
For a limited time, save up to $59.80 off select brand new EV6s.
Okay, I'm at the vault. The microfilm is right behind the store. Can you get me in? I just need a few more seconds. Okay, status report?
Sorry, I'm on Dutch Miller Kia of Charleston.com. You can text, chat, check out the inventory, and even get pre-approved. It's amazing.
But you can get me into the vault, right?
Oh, no. No idea how to do that. Not much of a hacker.
For a limited time, save up to $59.80 off select brand new EV6s.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Ball Toyota is here for all your automotive needs. We have a large selection of new 2023 Tacomas, RAV4s, Highlanders, Camrys, and Corollas in stock and available for immediate delivery. Right now, get rates as low as 3.99% for 48 months on select new Toyota models, or get 4.99% financing for 60 months. Be sure to give your new Toyota the protection it deserves with our $995 genuine Toyota service contract. Visit balltoyota.com. It's a whole new ballgame.
On the gridiron, you have to be tough. I'm Morgan Switzer, a Republican running for Kanawha County prosecuting attorney. I promise to bring that same toughness back to our prosecuting attorney's office so that Kanawha County can once again be a safe place to live, work, and raise our families.
In the game of football and the game of justice, you need someone who's tough and fair. That someone is Morgan Switzer.
My last name is Switzer, and I do know a little something about football, and I approve this message.
In an ever-changing world, one thing you can always count on is Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hurricane. You know, Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and their method is so straightforward it may shock you. Friendly service and a huge selection of inventory with more arriving daily. When you're ready for your next vehicle, take the short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family cool and comfortable. With the dog days of summer ahead and fall right around the corner, it's time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. Right now, we're offering 0% financing on a new Rheem home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
Welcome back to George Washington High School, home of the Patriots, who find themselves in a 2-touchdown hole at the half against the visiting Ashland Tomcats, who you see there on the left side of your screen in the end zone here at the Steve Edwards Senior Field. Patriots trail 28-14 to these Ashland Tomcats. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, happy to have you along with us this evening here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media and brought to you by Parmar Stores. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but don't forget, Parmar Stores will be providing our player of the game this evening, so we'll make the announcement of that coming up at the end of our broadcast. But I want to get to some scores from around the state because, Will, we talked about this gauntlet of a schedule, this first 4 games for the Patriots: Cabell Midland, Ashland, then Hurricane, and Huntington. Well, let's take a look at some scores from some of those teams. Cabell Midland, Spring Valley, always a good game there between the Knights and the Timberwolves, right? 7-7, second quarter there. Well, then let's talk about the other 2 teams, the Hurricane Redskin and the Huntington Highlanders. Both teams with big wins in their first games of the season. Highlanders with a big victory over the Timberwolves. The Redskins with a big win over the rival Generals from Winfield last week. Well, let's just say, Will, both of them are pitching a shutout right now. It's number 3 Hurricane, 65, Capital, nothing, at half. Then Huntington, the Highlanders, locked and loaded for another year, trying to defend their state championship up on another hill just down the road in South Charleston, up there at South Charleston High School. The Highlanders have invaded, and in strong fashion, 79-0, second quarter. The Highlanders with the lead there. So, again, tough stretch gets tougher for the Patriots after this one. A loss here certainly would be really tough for the Patriots to try to regroup in next week, because it doesn't get any easier again with the Hurricane Redskin coming to the Hill next Friday night.
To be fair, Capital and South Charleston are both schools that have been struggling in recent years, not just this season. But yeah, I mean, you try to take the let off the gas, when you're coaching up by that much. When you're going into the second half up 7, you can't
up almost 80.
Yeah, I mean, how are you supposed to slow your kids down from breaking a hunt? I don't know. Let's see. Unless you just walk out there and kneel it, but that's no fun.
Now let's take a look at some more competitive matchups going on in Class AAA. Morgantown and Bridgeport, always a great game between those 2 teams, between the Mohegans and the Indians. Morgantown leads 22-14, third quarter, your score there. Park South having another easier game this evening, taking on University. 44-20, Park South Patriots lead at the half. Princeton would be an upset win tonight if the Tigers are able to hold on in a rivalry game with the Bluefield Beavers. Tigers lead 13-6 in the third quarter. One score already final today. Jefferson traveling to Shenandoah, Virginia, and in triple overtime, Jefferson falls 34-28. Then some other scores still at halftime. Woodrow Wilson, Greenbrier East, Flying Eagles lead 28-20 at the half. And looking for a score update on Riverside and Parkersburg and Nitro St. Albans. We'll try to get that for you if we can. But again, road doesn't get any easier for the Patriots. Still got to try to handle business this evening against this Ashland Tomcat team that's looking to stay undefeated on the year. 2-0 coming into this evening's matchup and a half away from staying unbeaten on the year. And again, Will, the Tomcats did it efficiently. 5 drives in that first half, 4 of them end in a score, all of them touchdowns, and then the final drive ends with them just kneeling out the final 41 seconds of the first half. Meanwhile, the Patriots struggled mightily on offense, but that Ashland offense was efficient and worked time off the clock. That's why there were only a combined 9 drives in the first half. For the Patriots, their 4 drives go punt, touchdown, touchdown, turnover on downs.
And Ashland was also very balanced. Maybe not one for one, but very similar rushing and passing yardage. Strader had 135 through the air and another 57 on the ground. 3 combined touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 receiving, or running. And then Thomas, where that last touchdown came from.
Thomas had a touchdown,
Jennings had a touchdown run.
Yeah.
But yeah, just overall, there's no one thing that you could really come out in the second half if you're the Patriots and take away that would seemingly slow them down too terribly much. They haven't even really been throwing necessarily as much as we expected them to. 14 attempts with 9 of 14. I mean, that's a not bad accuracy at all.
LeBryant Strader on the season just thrown 21 pass attempts in those first 2 games combined for 13 of 21, so he's already thrown as many passes tonight as he's completed on the season. But again, he's been relatively efficient. Had a couple of drops, but again, for the most part, Strader has been playing an exceptional game, leading this offense for the Tomcats.
And they're really trying out an offense that is ideal for what they're trying to do here with the defender 2 touchdown lead. They have, well, we've said before, 3 running backs along with Strader who have carried the ball at least 4 times. All four ball carriers have had some success, and we might not need to see Strader throw anymore if they can keep the Patriots offense contained like they have so far.
Because there's one word that Coach Edwards for the Patriots used to describe this Tomcat team both offensively and defensively, and Will and I have seen it, and you viewers hopefully have been seeing it as well. It's discipline. They have been disciplined on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball in that first half, and that's why they were able to execute the way that they did on both sides of the ball. And Steve Edwards again got a first-hand look at this Tomcat team last week after the Patriots opened up the season with a loss at Campbell Midland on Thursday. He went down to Ashland on Saturday and watched them take on West Jessamine. That was a 56-13 win for the Tomcats after a 7-point victory over the Raceland Rams in week number 1. Again, the Patriots won the opening coin toss, so they are set to receive the football after deferring to begin the first half. The Tomcats and the Patriots have both been utilizing this short kick, the squib kick, in that first half. Would imagine that trend continues in the second half. Did have one kickoff that went back relatively far to Solomon Farrell. He got a decent return on that in the first half for the Patriots, but other than that, it's been all short kicks and not much return yardage for either side, save for that one nice 20-yard return by Brandon Houston off of a short kick by Jordan Price in that first half. But, Will, if you're head coach Chad Tackett, again, second year on as the head coach on staff since 2007, what do you have to do to try to hold on to this victory here and stay undefeated with your first road win of the season?
Yeah, just keep doing what they've been doing. Like we said time again, it's really just a methodical, doing what they know how to do offense. They haven't really tried anything tricky, not a whole lot of misdirection. They've had a couple option keepers there for Strader, but overall, nothing too fancy. When you've got, like we said, the rushing attack that they've shown so far, there's no reason to do anything more than trust your guys and try to escape out of here with a win.
And if you're the Patriots, obviously third down has played a big factor in this game. You've got to be able to get off the field on third down here in the second half if you try to hope to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. They just have not been able to pick up those plays, and Strader's made a couple of big plays on those third downs that maybe the defense couldn't necessarily stop.
Valentine will scoop it up from the 22 on his feet across the 30. And nearly a 10-yard return there for Valentine to start this second half. Patriot offense will start with the football in quarter number 3. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, our media center crew, happy to have you along with us here this evening on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media and brought to you this evening by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar near you, there will be one soon. I'll have to stop by and get something to eat after this game. I'm a little hungry. Hungry for more football. It's also the first week of college football officially. Week 0 was last week, but week 1 officially kicks off this week. Both the Thundering Herd and the Mountaineers in action as Anthony Valentine starts off the opening play of the drive with a first down grab up to the 45. Patriots already moving the chains on the first play of the drive. Trips up to the top of the formation. Lone receiver to the bottom is Hunter Giacomo. Valentine in the backfield. A sack goes in motion from far side to near side. Fenwick takes the snap. Under some pressure, escapes to his right. The southpaw now tucks and runs with it. Has the close to a first down run across midfield, and we're going to have a late flag come in. 2 late flags come in. Should be close to a first down, depending on where they spot him. And then we'll find out what the flag is. But as of right now, it looks like they're giving him the Tomcat 45, which would be a first down. And then it's in the area of a late hit out of bounds, so that would tack on additional yardage. Yes, it is.
That's going to go all the way up to the 30, I believe.
That's going to go against Jake Sexton, the outside linebacker. And that 15-yard penalty would indeed put it at the 30-yard line. So tack 15 on to the 10-yard gain. And the Patriots will have another first down deeper into Tomcat territory to start this third quarter. Opening drive of the quarter, 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Handoff goes to Sack up the middle. He bounces off the defender, spins his way out to the left side of the field. Flag comes in. This one's probably going to be coming back, but Stack's still on his feet. Pack cuts back to the near side. Sack inside the 20, and he's brought down on the near sideline, just inside the 20. Again, that in the vicinity of a hole.
I mean, some real nice moves he put on there. Unfortunately, it's all going to be for naught. I think there's a hold in that initial bounce out he made. So yeah, tough to see that one called back, especially. Presuming it's called back. We haven't seen a call yet.
And that is going to be a hold against the Patriots. That will back them up.
So he still picked up a net of 5 yards over those past 2 fouls.
So they will spot the ball at the Tomcat 37. So it's effectively a 7-yard penalty. 1st and 17 on the way for the Patriots.
And 17 to go for the Patriots.
Fenwick takes a shotgun snap, surveys the field, under some pressure, rolls out to his left, and he's going to take off and run with it now. Coming up to make a hit out in open field, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage is Tavion Thomas. Great job there by Thomas in the open field to wrap up and bring Fenwick down. Hold him to no gain and brings up 2nd and 17. Trip set up to the near side. From bottom to top in that trips, it's Valentine Giacomo Flores. And up top, it's Bryson Sowards, the lone receiver. The top of the formation, that is the short side of the field. It's Sack in the backfield with Fenwick in the shotgun, standing to his left. Fenwick has time, fires over to the near side, pass is tipped away by Tavion Thomas. So Thomas makes 2 great plays in a row there for the Tomcat defense. Stops Fenwick at the line of scrimmage in the open field and then gets that pass deflection right there.
That is a great play. It's textbook, get between the ball and the receiver. Obviously, you want to try to intercept it if possible, but got a solid hand on it. Made sure it wasn't just tipped, made sure it was knocked down.
3rd and 17 for the Patriots now on their opening drive. Started out this opening drive looking great. Moved the football well with ease and have suddenly slowed to a halt after a holding penalty. Fenwick takes the snap. Has some time, fires across the middle. Valentine caught at the 20, still on his feet at the 10. Spins out of a tackle and he's down inside the 5. On 3rd and 17, Valentine picks up a big first down inside the 5-yard line. Down to the 4, give him 33 on that grab. Needed 17, picked up 33. 1st and goal for the Patriots on their opening drive of the second half. Trying to punch it in and cut the deficit in half. Sowards up to the top of the formation. Flores, Valentine, Giacomo to the bottom in that order. Sack goes in motion. Now comes over to the quad set. Blitz comes off the outside edge. Fenwick fires to the near side, and it's dropped. Touchdown grab from Keegan Sack is dropped at the goal line. Had the separation he needed from Atavion Thomas, the linebacker, in coverage there. Just couldn't hang on to the football as he crossed the goal line. So to bring up 2nd and goal from the 4 now for the Patriots with 9:07 to go, third quarter. GW trailing Ashland 28-14. Again, opening drive of this third quarter.
Fenwick only able to complete 5 of his last 13 attempts, not really being in good tune with his receivers, and also under a lot of pressure. A lot of them have been pushing off to the side, so step up in the pocket to avoid it, but definitely not a good job. Definitely not a great.
On that pass attempt, Fenwick tries to find Valentine on the near side in the flat at the goal line, and that pass is incomplete, and that's because getting there a little bit too early is Braxton Jennings. So they're going to call him for a pass interference. That should be half the distance to the goal and a fresh first down. Well, I guess it depends on if they determine if it occurred in the end zone or not, right? If it was in the end zone, it would be at the 1, right? Yeah, so it is going to be half the distance. So down to the 2. And they're actually going to keep it 2nd down because that was 2nd down on that play. So just give him replay the down. 2nd and goal from the 2. Last time the Patriots got this close, they had that power set in there. This time going to go with a double barrel shotgun. Segan, Sack, and Valentine stand next to Fenwick. He hands it off to Sack. Sack bounces it wide to the near side of the field. Stretches for the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Keegan Sack runs about 15, 20 yards to pick up 2 in the touchdown and put the Patriots on the board again. Make it 28-20 with 8:55 to go in the third.
The Patriots doing a great job of starting this half off on the right foot. Down 2 scores, trim it down to 1 on a drive that kind of started and stopped and had some difficulties along the way, but finding a way to make it work. Again, it's going to Valentine, who's able to get them right down the goal line, just like their last touchdown. Again, it's on him to finish it off, but definitely a guy who's been a big part of this this comeback effort here tonight on the Hill.
Price's PAT is up and good. Make it a 7-point ball game. A little more than 3 minutes into this opening, in this second half. But again, other than that kneel out to end the first half, the Tomcats scored on every drive in those first 2 quarters of play and worked methodically and used a balanced attack both on the ground and through the air. So the Tomcats were proven difficult to stop. Even the couple times that the Patriots thought they got a third down stop, the Tomcats were able to convert on 4th down.
And so the Patriots are really thinking one stop. One stop is what we really need right now. If you give it back to your offense, which has been clicking, so definitely one stop away from really being right back in this game, but it's proven difficult. Like we said, they've been very efficient running the ball. So here we come, second half. Let's see if they continue that, if they can keep up that efficiency that they had in the first.
Price going to tee it up from the middle of the field. Would imagine a short kickoff here once again. They try to get everybody lined up appropriately. And I think they actually have too many people out on the field. They're finally getting that all squared away. And nope, didn't have enough.
There you go.
Now they're good.
Good. That's 11.
Well, we're going to have to kick it off sooner or later. Play clock's about to run out. Price will send it away and actually sends a nice hefty kick to it. Puts it into the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Tomcats to start the football with Probably the worst field position Ashland's had tonight, if not the second worst.
I think the worst field position either team's had.
So 1st and 10 for the Tomcats from their own 20. Again, scored on 4 out of their 5 drives in that first half. The lone drive they didn't score on was just the kneel out by Strader to end the half, take that 14-point lead into the locker room. Patriots missing an opportunity to go 2 for 1 there pretty much with the score there to start the third quarter. Would have been a tie ball game had the Patriots been able to punch one in before the end of the first half after moving the ball down the field. First play of the drive, handoff goes to the tailback Jennings. Jennings stopped after a short gain. Check that, actually, that's a Tavion Thomas. Thomas, the ball carrier that time for the Tomcats, and he will pick up 2, maybe 3. We'll give him 2 to the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 8. 2 receivers to the near side. That's Houston and Jennings. Freeze attaches a tight end. Pass comes out to Jennings in the flat to the near side. Jennings gets past one defender and then is unable to get past the second. Giacomo able to wrap him up and bring him down, but not before Jennings picks up a first down as he gets up to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 12. Bring up 1st and 10. Again, the Tomcats love to utilize those short passes into the flats to help get out into space.
And the receivers really know how to make best use of the space they have when they do get it. Good job to cut inside there, pick up a nice yardage.
Handoff goes to Jennings, and Jennings is tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Aiden Ellis, the big nose tackle, making that stop.
Relatively small sample size, but doing a pretty good job against this running attack here in the second half. Much better than the first.
So yeah, no gain, 2nd and 10. Actually, that was Tyrell Ellis. That 5 looked an awful lot like a 6 from that middle linebacker spot. A little more than 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tomcats with a touchdown lead and the football. Pass thrown across the middle, coming near side, looking for Jennings, and Jennings was wide open, just couldn't hook up with him. And that incompletion will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 10 on the way for the Tomcats.
Thrown well behind. I'm sure Strader wanted that one back. One of those passing routes has really been, or crossing routes has really been effective for them. We saw it earlier in the first half a couple times turning big plays for him, but just threw behind him there, and now sets up a 3rd and long. And like we said, this is after starting in the worst field position they've had all game.
And, save for the 2 touchdown passes that Strader has, Will, none of his throws have been for more than 20 yards.
Well, there's the 33 one.
Sorry, not 33, yeah. Other than those 3, everything well under than short intermediary passes. Throw coming back to the near side of the field. Pass is incomplete, looking for Cam Davis. And we do have a flag on the field.
Was it going to be defensive holding? Oh, never mind.
They're going to get the left guard, Adam Frame, a junior. A little undersized against some of these bigger boys up front for the Patriots.
So Adam, there you go. There's the defensive stop that GW desperately needed. They just need the offense to be able to carry out their side of the bargain.
At this point, again, we mentioned just needed 1 stop. It appears the Patriots have gotten that. They're going to decline the penalty, obviously, because that incompletion brought up 4th down. So 4th and 10, punt team out for the first time. And it will be Brandon Houston to punt it away. Definitely going to want to pay attention with his ability. Run with the football. A nice punt from him. Wow. It's going to take a Tomcat roll all the way down to the 10. My goodness.
Man.
What a kick.
Early in the first half, I was kind of questioning if they even, really had a punter. It seemed like they didn't like that idea too much. Turns out they have a heck of one. He's also a great
they just
receiver,
didn't want to pin him in. Wanted to give him some room to work with as they'll try to force the Patriot offense into a short drive here.
So here now we have definitely the worst starting position of the game, backed way up inside. I mean, not inside your 10, right at your 10.
Yeah, so 90 yards to go for the Patriots to get into the end zone here to try to tie things up. Down 28-21, 6:45 to go, third quarter. Patriots will send 2 receivers to each side of the formation. To the near side, it's Giacomo and Valentine. That's at the bottom of your screen. Well, I guess to the left side of your screen, rather. Fenwick under some pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a sack. Pressure coming from behind there that time by Ryde Rucker, sophomore defensive lineman.
That's the first sack by either side so far in this game. Great job. A lot of pressure, but good job of these quarterbacks to get it away thus far. But Fenwick just didn't quite have the speed to turn the corner there.
So a loss of 3, I believe, back to the 7.
As far as sacks go, not that big of a loss, but still, the last place on the field, you want to have something like that happen.
Fenwick takes the snap, drops back into his own goal line area. Pass complete to the near side to Valentine at the 20. So Valentine able to pick up an extra yard or 2 after making the catch and coming into some contact. Picks up the first down and gives the Patriot offense some much-needed breathing room to work with. 1st and 10 now after a 15-yard pickup up to the 22.
That's a 15-yard catch, and is good enough for an out.
That puts Fenwick at 206 passing yards, and Valentine at 4 catches for 79 has really been the spark plug. When they needed something, they've gone to Valentine, especially in the passing game. Only 3 carries for 13 yards, but 79 yards through the air.
Handoff goes to Valentine again up the middle. Valentine finds the hole, gets into the secondary, and he's got a nice first down run. Gets up to the 35, give him 13 on that run, and a back-to-back plays, double-digit yardage there by Anthony Valentine, the senior tailback. Same formation for the Patriots. Sowards split out far up to the top of the formation. And Sack, the inside man in the slot. 2 receivers to the near side. That's Giacomo on the outside and Flores on the inside. Valentine lined up to the right of Fenwick in the shotgun. He takes that shotgun snap, surveys, throws out to the far side, finds Sack at the 42. Sack dances out of 1 tackle, still on his feet, has a first down and an extra yard after. Sack gets up to the 46-yard line, give him 11. And that's 3 straight plays in a row, Will. The Patriots have picked up double-digit yardage.
And that's also one of the first times we're really starting to see some in-rhythm throws from Fenwick, where he's not running around. He's finding his guy with a pretty quick progression. A lot more like the offense we expect to see from them. And now it's also the Patriots' time to kind of take some time off this clock. Not that they're trying to.
Patriots have gone 36 yards so far on this drive. Pass out into the flat to Valentine. Valentine turns upfield, gets across midfield, and is brought down just shy of the 45.
Fenwick's pass complete to Valentine.
Picks up 8.
Takes the ball into Blazer territory.
As he'll get down to the 46.
And we'll bring up 2nd down and 2 to go for the
And Patriots down by a score.
Fenwick now 12 of 22 for 225 yards so far in this game.
Trips to the top of the formation now as Sack comes in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Fenwick looking for somebody to throw to. Now going to keep it himself, and he's just going to run out of bounds trying to pick up the first down, but actually may have ended up losing a yard depending on where they spot him. And yeah, they are going to say he actually lost a yard. Back to the 47. So make it 3rd and 3.
I'm not surprised. It seemed like the guys who were involved in that fake didn't necessarily expect him to keep running, because a lot of guys you'd normally expect to be blocking were just kind of waiting for to see something happen downfield on that one.
5 wide set for the Patriots. Trips to the top of the formation. That's the wide side. Quick throw to the near side. That's caught by Flores just in front of the 40. He'll get down inside the 40 with a nice stretch after the catch. Brought down by Austin Nichols, but not before the Patriots pick up the first down as Flores is able to get down inside the 40 to the 39.
Another Audi of Charleston. First down,
Flores' hands have gotten a little bit better since that opening quarter where he dropped a couple of wide open passes. Just over 3 minutes now, under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Patriots down by a score. Fenwick has some time to throw, now going to step up and run with it. Avoids a pretty big hit as he spins off of a defender, gets down inside the 35. There is a flag in the offensive backfield.
In the area of a hold.
It's probably how Fenwick was able to climb the pocket so well and escape that pressure. And yes, it is going to be a hold against the Patriots. It will now be 1st and 20 for the Patriot offense. Much to the chagrin of the Patriot pack.
This has been a roller coaster of a drive, starting off with your own 10. A big plays of Valentine to get him up past the 50. Now some penalties back and forth.
And now you're back 1st and 20. Still in Tomcat territory, just barely at the Ashland 49-yard line. Ball near side hash mark. Valentine in the backfield with Fenwick. Takes a snap and handoff goes to Valentine. Valentine breaks out of a couple tackles and loses the football. Diving on top of the ball for the Tomcats is Braxton Jennings. And then we've got a flag coming in late after the result of the play, and some Patriots players being pulled back, some Tomcat players being pulled back. As Valentine made a nice move after catching the football, or running with the football rather, broke out of a tackle and then just lost it as he was tripped up, and ball spurts out, and the Tomcats pounce on the ball.
And just a great, how quickly a great play can turn into a tragedy. Great running there. You know, really all game he's been a downhill force for him, but just well placed fist knocked that ball out. And you know, I don't think whatever these refs are talking about right now will change that it's going to be a Ashland ball.
No, this is a discussion on some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties after the play, as we had a bit of a kerfuffle.
You know, I wasn't watching very closely, but it kind of feel like it's going to be one of those offsetting situations. But again, I didn't see what initially caused the flag to come out.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
Unsportsmanlike. Number 80, after the interception, Trailblazer keeps the ball, first down, half the distance to the goal.
Oh, so just a one-sided penalty there. They're going to get Jake Sexton, the outside linebacker, for that personal foul. And that will back him up half the distance inside the 15 down to the 13.
And Adam, that personal foul might be the first clear indication of lack of discipline from Ashland so far. And honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world, you know, especially in a world where Ashland's trying to hold on to the ball, work some of this clock off, and put another touchdown up.
2:18 to go, third quarter. Tomcats back with the football at their own 13. Pass over the middle, deep looking for his intended man, Jennings, and pass is incomplete. Jaden Whitehead in the coverage. Brandon Houston also in the vicinity as well, but Keegan Sack had him covered. So that incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10 from the Tomcat 13.
And Adam, like we said, not a lot of really deep downfield passing from Ashland so far in this one. That was a pretty good throw, overthrown just a little bit, but
Strader did get hit after, as he was letting go. As soon as it left his hand, he took a nice hit. Wasn't monstrous or anything, but may have caused him to overthrow it a little bit there too. This time, handoff will go to Atavion Thomas. Thomas held to a short gain there, maybe 2 yards up to the 15. That'll bring up third down with now under 2 to go in the third quarter.
That was a 3-yard gain, and will bring up third down and 7 to go for Ashland.
Now, Ashland, you really don't want to be in a situation you're putting it away from your own 15, likely giving the Patriots a great field position. They try to tie this game up. That would be huge if they can pull out a first down here.
And again, Brandon Houston does have a nice leg. We saw it on display the last drive, but definitely don't want to give it back. And here's a high snap. Strader able to get it back, but the Patriot defense swarms it and quickly takes him to the turf just inside the 10. The Patriot defense comes up big for the second time here in this half. Didn't get a stop the entire first half. Is going to get one here in the first two drives of quarter number 3.
Let's see if they can get this punt safely away, just backed up about as far as you can be without your punter having to give up some space.
Initially, the Patriots weren't going to have anybody back deep, but now Keegan Sack will head back there, and they'll cover everybody else up along the line. Houston stands in his own end zone between the G and the W in the Hail GW. And now a timeout requested by head coach Chad Tackett. They want to talk things over a little bit more with 40 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Tomcats lead by a touchdown, but set to punt the football away inside their own 10. We'll be back with more right after this here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media and brought to you by Parmar Stores.
Hi, this is JJ Roberts from Huntington, and when I'm back home, you will find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Tomcats backed up inside their own 10, set to punt it away. Brandon Houston, the senior wideout, punter, set to put the boot to ball. Had a great punt the last time. See what happens on this after a high snap on the previous play. Clean snap back to him, cleanly gets it off. It's a nice high beauty of a punt. Sack catches it at the 49 of the Patriots. He's across midfield. Stutter steps trying to get past the defender, but his cohort in 5, Asher Adkins, will wrap him up and bring him down.
So really, the Patriots are picking this back up roughly where they were at the beginning of the play where Valentine fumbled the ball. So all things considered, not the worst thing that can happen after your running back fumbles. Let's see if they can actually get all the way in this time.
Patriot defense does its job for the second drive in a row. Now the offense has got to cash in on the field position. 1st and 10 from the Tomcat 44. Ball on the far side hash mark. Giacomo lined up to the bottom of the formation. Flores and Sack just off the line of scrimmage as wings. Fenwick hands off to Valentine up the middle. Valentine met initially and is brought down by the Tomcats senior defensive end Tucker Rogers. It's a 1 yard pickup, and I believe that's Rogers a little slow to get up off the turf. Looks like it might just be some cramping, so the training staff going to come over and see to him. Third quarter is they're going to officially just wind the third quarter clock, I believe, and just end this third quarter. So we'll go ahead and step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you what we believe will be the start of the fourth quarter. If not, we'll wrap things up quickly in the third and get you the start of the fourth. Tomcats lead by 7 over the Patriots on the road. We're back with more after this.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi. You know, our West Virginia military veterans are the last ones to ask for handouts, yet many of them are hungry. I invite you to watch a video that shows an amazing monthly program that helps feed our veterans in Beckley and Clarksburg. Huntington Bank and other partners would like to expand this program to other areas of our state, and we'd love for you to help. Watch the video at wvenriched.com. That's wvenriched.com.
gorgeous look at the moon here over the capital city of Charleston, West Virginia. Not a super moon anymore, but still a gorgeous moon here in the South Hills neighborhood of Charleston. As we get ready, well, now they wind the clock. So we're going to get ready to start the fourth quarter here in just a moment. And we'll step aside for another quick break and come back with more right after this here on High School Game Day.
Come get your new car at Todd Judy Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi's come standard with an industry best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
If you've never checked out Mitsubishi, come see the all-new Outlander. This third-row, full-size, all-wheel drive SUV starts at $29,999.
Rates as low as 1.9%.
Buy a brand new Mirage starting as low as $299 a month with zero down.
And we have financing available for all credit types.
Check out the details on Facebook and watch for our daily specials.
Go to ToddJudyMotors.com and see for yourself.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Patriots trying to mount a comeback. Trailed 14-0 to start this game in the first quarter. Have made it a 7-point ball game as we start the fourth against the Ashland Tomcats. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, happy to have you with us here at George Washington High School in Charleston, West Virginia, in this Kentucky-West Virginia matchup in Week 2 of the high school football season in the Mountain State, Week 3 in the Bluegrass State. Abe Fenwick takes the snap to start this fourth quarter. Escapes some pressure, still on his feet, and he will finally be cut down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play on the opening play of the fourth quarter, and it will bring up 3rd and 9. Long 9, really.
A good job there to even get away with that, because right from the jump he was almost immediately under pressure from Jake Sexton coming off the edge there. I thought he had him there, but he did a good job of stepping up just a little bit and avoiding that arm tackle attempt. Just not able to turn us to positive yardage, but didn't give up any.
A little more than 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Patriots trying to convert on a 3rd down here. Sack in motion, far side to near side. Fenwick under some pressure, hit as he throws, caught by Sack. Sack close to the first down by forward progress, and they are going to give him the first down. Gets out of bounds at the 32. Nice pickup there for the Patriots on 3rd down to keep the drive alive. Don't forget, coming up toward the end of this broadcast, we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar near you, there will be one soon. Appreciate their sponsorship for our broadcasts this season here on High School Game Day on RSN Sports Network and HD Media. Fenwick has plenty of time to stand in the pocket, steps up, and launches toward the end zone, looking for Sowards, and it's incomplete. Was in double coverage there, working against the Tomcats' Mason Wolf, as well as Sam Lyons. But Fenwick couldn't come up with a touchdown connection there.
And if you heard the growth from Ashland fans, felt like they may have gotten away with holding there a little bit as Fenwick was able to get out of pressure.
But no flag flies. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 from the Tomcat 32 with a stop clock of 10:25 to go in the fourth. Patriots trail by a touchdown. Handoff goes to Valentine. After fumbling on the last drive, they go right back to him a few plays later. He gets a nice carry there, just shy of the 25, down to the 26. Give him 6 yards on that. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Patriots need to get down to the 22 of the Tomcats. NGW trailed 14-0 in this game. Finally got on the scoreboard with a little more than a minute to go in the first quarter, as Flores was wide open across the middle of the field for a 32-yard touchdown. Fenwick drops back to throw, pump fake once, throws to the near side, and it's intercepted. Coming up with the pick on the near side is Braxton Jennings. And the drive comes to an end for the Patriots as Jennings makes a great pick on the near side. The junior cornerback forces the turnover, and the Tomcats offense heads back out onto the field.
Just a great read. That's one of the routes that Jimmy's gone back to a couple times. They keyed in on the dude who went on in a motion, and it was a fantastic play. Their first turnover, other than turnover and downs by either team. Well, excuse me, GW had the fumble earlier in this, but huge momentum change here so far, or here in the fourth quarter. GW could not afford to turn the ball over.
And you hate it for the Patriot defense after it's done its job the last 2 times on the field here in this second half. It's gotten the stops that it needed to get the offense back out on the field, and both times the offense has turned it back over. Strader going to keep it himself, and Strader with a nice run on first down. Goes up from the 19 all the way across the 25 to the 27, give him 8. It'll bring up second down and 2. And this right here is where the Patriot defense, again, needs to be able to make those tackles in open space. But the Tomcats aren't going to be in any hurry offensively here. They've been running very to their own pace throughout the entirety of this game, and I would expect that to keep going here in this fourth quarter. Handoff goes to the back, Davis. Davis has the first down, needed 2, picked up that and then some as he gets up across the 35 to the 36. Give him 8 on that run. Give him 9 on that run. Went from the 27 to the 36. First and 10 for the Tomcats. 8:45 to go. Strader. Handoff goes to Davis again. Davis will keep his legs churning and will pull Solomon Farrell with him behind him for an extra couple of yards as he gets across the 40 to the 42. Give him 6. Bring up second and 4.
That run makes Davis the 4th ball carrier for Ashland to have at least 30 yards, which by itself isn't necessarily a huge number. We have 4 guys with at least that, led by Strader with a 59. This running game's been very efficient for them so far. They've been going to it over and over.
And here's going to be a free first down for the Tomcats as the junior defensive end Landon Bird couldn't hold his water any longer. He jumps across the line of scrimmage and into the neutral zone.
Dead ball, encroachment, number 69.
So that will give the Tomcats a first down. So first and 10 for the Tomcats now from their own 47-yard line. Strader handoff once more, this time to a new back. At least on this drive carrying the ball. It's Tavion Thomas with the rush. Thomas only had 5 rushes coming into tonight. That is his 7th of the evening. And on those 5 carries, he had 22 rushing yards, already over that total as well in this game.
Almost doubled after 43 now after that last carry.
Second and manageable for the Tomcat offense, again taking their time. 7.5 to go. Strader drops back to throw this time, going deep down the far sideline. That pass is caught. Jennings with the touchdown. Oh my goodness. Jaden Whitehead mistimes the jump. Jennings goes up and gets it and races to the end zone. Touchdown, Tomcats. Ashland makes it 34-21 with 7:19 to go in the fourth.
That was a great time to go that long pass when everybody here thought they were going to be running it, try to work that clock down. But, fantastic job there going over the top, finding their guy with just in the right spot. Go back up by 2 scores, assuming this PAT goes through.
Sexton out for the PAT. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. 35-21, Patriots trail with 7:19 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more of the fourth quarter action for you right here after this on High School Game Day.
Fall Toyota is here for all your automotive needs. We have a large selection of new 2023 Tacomas, RAV4s, Highlanders, Camrys, and Corollas in stock and available for immediate delivery. Right now, get rates as low as 3.99% for 48 months on select new Toyota models, or get 4.99% financing for 60 months. Be sure to give your new Toyota the protection it deserves with our $995 genuine Toyota service contract. Visit balltoyota.com. It's a whole new ballgame.
Jennings with a great grab puts the Tomcats up on the board, allowed his defender to go up over top of him and mistimed the jump. Jennings timed it perfectly and then races into the end zone for the score. Tomcats lead 35-21.
And that's the longest play by either side, 47 yards on that pass and catch, and just a simple go route. Just got the half separation you need and put his team up by 2 scores. And now it's just, you still got a better part of a quarter, but GW hard press have to make something out of this coming drive.
Another short kickoff that is fielded on the near side by Solomon Farrell. Farrell still on his feet, and now he's going backward. Going to be brought down inside the 30. We do have a flag that comes in from the near side. We'll see what that flag is. Might have been a face mask.
Maybe.
May have been an unintentional face mask, but I definitely saw Farrell's head kind of jerk for a second there as he was working to get free. And that's what happens when you kind of get met by 4 defenders at the same time. Somebody just trying to wrap you up is eventually bound to grab your helmet, right?
Well, hopefully not.
Well, there's only so much space on one guy. And it is a face mask. So they'll tack on an extra yardage to that.
Generally,
return.
when you're in that type of thing, the ref calls the play dead before the hand goes to the face mask, because he clearly was not escaping after a certain point. But whatever.
Yeah, they'll mark
first down at the right at the.
Yeah, mark it off from the 35 up to midfield.
Almost at the 50.
Yeah, ball nose of the football touching the midfield line. Patriots in the shotgun with a trip to the top of the formation. That's the wide side of the field. Now we'll spread it out into a quad look as Sack goes in motion. Fenwick slings down the far side of the field on a wheel route for Sack, and that is incomplete over on the far sideline. Clock stopped with 7:05 to go. Second and 10 on the way for the Patriot offense. Down by 2 scores, but have just half the field to go to get into the end zone to try and cut that deficit in half once again. But again, with as long as the Tomcats take on their offensive possessions, save for that most recent drive really, time is going to start becoming a factor in this one. Delay handoff goes to the back Sack. Sack across the 45 and down near the 40 to the 41. Give him 9. They'll bring up 3rd and 1. Much more manageable for the Patriot offense.
Yeah, but not the quickest job getting that play call in, as this clock winds well within 7 minutes.
And again, we mentioned the score earlier is the Patriots will hand it off, coming to the near side to Sack, and Sack is going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss of 1 on 3rd and 1. It'll bring up 4th and 2. At halftime, the Huntington-South Charleston game is Highlanders 86, Black Eagles nothing.
I'm impressed they were able to hold themselves to 1 touchdown.
Oh, sorry,
in
no,
that
was 47 minutes ago. Sorry, an update as of now, 4 minutes ago. Final 86-0 your score. They actually played 6-minute second halves as the Patriot offense gets stopped on 4th down. Tomcat defense smothers that play and will force the turnover on downs.
Yeah. Not the play call you expect in this situation in that last sequence, but good job by Ashland pushing him backwards overall and getting the ball back. And if they can hold on to the ball for the, get a couple first downs in a row, this one's pretty much over.
So Tomcat offense back out on the field, working with a 2-touchdown lead. Under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And again, Tomcats going to take their time, I'm sure, on this drive. Handoff goes to Thomas right up the middle. Thomas gets close to midfield, brought down at the 48-yard line. Don't forget, coming up here, we'll have our Parmar Stores Player of the Game for you. We'll let you know who that is coming up in just a moment. And the Tomcats, again, going to stay in that huddle for as long as humanly possible. 15 seconds on the play clock as they break that huddle now. They'll try and take as much time off as possible. Did it with ease in the first half. Then the Patriot defense played much better on the opening 2 drives of this second half, but the offense wasn't able to help them out. Strader with a nice run there on 2nd and short. Gets across midfield and inside the 40, but we do have a flag down back on the Tomcat side of the field. We hold on the Tomcats. And they're going to get that on Joe Hicks, senior right tackle. So that will back them up to their own 38-yard line. So ball spotted at the 38.
And 14 to go for Ashland.
2nd and 14 on the way for the Tomcats. Clock put back in motion, under 5 to go. Will, we haven't really talked about it much this evening, or really at all, but a nice traveling fan base for this Tomcat football team here, coming up the hour plus down I-64 from Ashland to come to the capital city of Charleston in West Virginia. And they're going to, at this point in time, be going home with a nice win in their back pocket and staying undefeated at 3-0 as long as they can continue to run this clock out. As you take a look over at that far sideline, that nice traveling contingent of fans from Ashland Paul Blazer High School.
Excellent turnout, several hundred folks. Like we said, this is a team that has worked its way into the upper echelon of Kentucky high school football. They a couple years away from
powerhouse in Class 3A. Just 3 years removed from a state championship. As Houston with a nice run here out in field. Has a couple of nice shoulder drops. Still on his feet inside the 35 and finally brought down at the 30.
Well, they need to pull those boys apart.
And yeah, it's starting to get a little chippy now.
There it goes.
Again, not necessarily a rivalry game, but these are schools that have been playing for the last 12 years now. 13 sans the COVID year in 2020 when the Tomcats won their state championship in that COVID season.
And I was wrong last time, but let's see if this is one of the classic offsetting personal fouls. We'll see. I mean, this is a GW team, like we said, coming off of a tough loss to open the season, have their opening home game here.
A home field that traditionally the Patriots have fared very well on since playing all of their home games up here about the same time this series started back in 2011.
Yeah, so, you can see why there's definitely a fair amount of emotion down there, but, you gotta be careful when those emotions start running high.
Again, the Patriots weren't just looking to get their first win of the season with a victory tonight. They were also hoping to close out this series for the time being with an 8-4 series lead with that COVID cancellation. It would also have been 3 straight wins in the series for the Patriots.
Unsportsmanlike, number 3 offense. Next ball, unsportsmanlike, number 2
So they're going to get Sam Lyons for the other one. And who did he say the number on the?
Was it number 6?
I believe if it was number 6, it'd be Anthony Valentine. He was in the mix on that tackle. So they are going to be offsetting penalties. The end result of that run, though, from Houston is a first down from the 30-yard line of the Patriots. And with just over 3:30 to go, again, the Tomcats just trying to work more time off the clock.
And a couple years ago, as we head towards what's likely going to be a GW 0-2 start on the year, a couple years ago, I forget what year it was, GW started off 0-2 and really turned it around after a couple games. And we talked to Coach Edwards and asked him what the difference was. And he said that a lot of these guys who joined the team just kind of wanted to hang around and have fun, realize that this is hard. And it's not just walking on the field and winning. So, you'd like to think if you're a Patriots fan, you might see a couple guys, kind of stiffen their resolve and want to on this team. But like you said, you've got two teams arguably tougher than this in your next 2 weeks out. So just putting up ridiculous numbers against some admittedly lesser competition. Can you believe if when we were in high school saying that South Charleston and Capital are lesser competition?
Yeah, it's been a wild turn of events for both of those schools over the last decade or so. And from one team's fortune, the Hurricane Redskins, getting that first playoff win last year, getting into the semifinals last season. And Donnie Mace coming there. It's also the misfortune of the Black Eagles. Now their third head coach in 3 years with Coach Ressler there.
Especially these teams having to deal with some new factors, the past couple years.
The new and the transfer portal rule being instituted coming into this year. It's seen a lot of players across the state find new homes this coming year.
It's something that I think they're gonna overall won't change anytime soon, but might be some changes to it in the winter when the legislature's back in. But
handoff goes to Jennings. Jennings gets to the outside, has the first down, and then some. Going to be forced out of bounds inside the 10. We'll get down to the 7, so it'll be first and goal on the way for the Tomcats. Going to potentially try to put another one on the board before the end of this one. Minute 45 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Tomcats, again, are just moments away from win number 3 on the season. Tomcats, before falling in the semifinals last year, had a 7-game win streak to get to that semifinal and are already off to a 2-0 start to this season, trying to make it 3-0 as Strader going to keep it himself. He'll pick up a yard down to the 6, and that'll get the clock moving once again now with a little more than a minute 30 to go. So, Will, as we get ready to wrap this one up from Steve Edwards Senior Field at George Washington High School, let's go ahead and get our Parmar Stores Player of the Game from you.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to LeBron Strader. I had a little bit of unsureness. I'm going to give a
honorable mention
to Jennings, especially after that last run, well over 100 yards combined. But Strader did a great job. He did exactly what was asked for him. He was efficient with his legs and his arm. 59 rushing yards, 194 passing yards. His last completion, that 47-yard touchdown that really just put the dagger and twisted it around in GW's gut. And again, the running ability, something that he's really added to the table these past couple this season. Something his coaching staff is excited about and this team's excited about as they cruise towards 3-0.
Saw him take off there just a moment ago. Stopped just shy of the goal line, and I think he did that intentionally too, just trying to run out some of this clock. They are going to have to snap it one more time based off of the play clock.
Let's see if they make an honest attempt or give GW a gentleman's. Nope, there he is. Touchdown.
Nope, Strader going to take it in himself, and from 1 yard out, why not? Strader's got his second touchdown on the ground in tonight's ball game. That One comes with 12 seconds to go in the contest.
And that's likely the last offensive play that we played between these two teams for the foreseeable future. And yeah, I don't know if that's why Ashland wanted to make sure it's a memorable one or what, but doubling up George Washington here at home, pending the results of this extra point. And like we said, there's some a big disparity in teams in the MSAC and GW's conference, and like we said, GW can very well, looking at this schedule, end up in an 0-4 situation. So a lot in flux here. As the time finally, I guess clock's not running, have to kick it off and kneel, I suppose.
Sexton's PAT is good. Make it 42-21. Tomcats with the advantage, and just a little bit left in this one till it is final. And again, as Will mentioned, the climb to try to get a win doesn't get any easier for the Patriots. Coming up next, it's the Hurricane Redskins here next week at home. Then the Patriots will travel to Huntington, go to Highlander Mountaintop on September 15th. It does get easier in the back half of the schedule, as the Patriots will have South Charleston, Parkersburg, St. Albans, Spring Valley, Capital, and Woodrow Wilson in the final 6 games of the schedule. So not impossible for the Patriots to still finish 500 or better, but again, going to have to get a lot better between weeks 2 and 3 now as it gets ready to welcome the Hurricane Redskin here, who beat the Patriots twice last season, once in the regular season and once in the playoffs. So the Patriots are going to be looking for some revenge in that one as they welcome the Redskins next week. But got to figure out some things to get right as they get ready to welcome those Redskins.
And I don't think I've seen a play feel like such a formality as this one right now. Maybe in my life. Oh, and of course it goes out of bounds. But I mean, like I don't know. It's not like we haven't been at games that are much less competitive than this. I mean, this was a pretty good game considering if you look at the score. But man,
it's a lot more competitive than the score I'm about to give you. I told you it was 86-0. They shortened the third and fourth quarter of that Huntington and South Charleston game to 6-minute quarters. Finished 86-0. Huntington with the win in that game. Well, I also mentioned that Hurricane Capital game, it was out of hand as well. Final from that one, Hurricane wins 93-7 over the Cougars.
I thought you were about to tell me a triple-digit number there.
Almost. The Redskins are a touchdown and extra point shy of the century mark on the board this evening against the Capital Cougars, and that there at Laidley Field. Again, this is a Patriot defense that's going to have to figure out a way to get better and in a hurry. Next Friday comes awfully quick because that is a Hurricane offense right now that has scored 156 points in 2 games. Let me say that one more time, folks. The Hurricane Redskins offense and defense, I don't know how many defensive scores it is, but the team has scored 156 points in the first 2 games of the season. There are teams that don't score 156 points in an entire year, and they've done it in the first 2 weeks. 63 against Winfield last week in a shutout, and then 93-7 against Capital tonight. That's going to be a hard task.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. This is. I mean, Adam, we've been around high school football in some form for well over 10 years at this point. I just haven't seen what's been happening just so far this year. This is week 2. And we're seeing just things that I don't think I've ever seen in 10, 15 years. So.
One thing's for certain is that the race for the top spot in the playoffs, top couple spots in the playoffs, is going to be a hot one because they put up a lot of points, that's for certain. And again, the Patriots welcome the Hurricane Redskin here next week. Tom Hunter will be on the call of that. Will and I are off next week. I'll be making my way to Greenville, North Carolina to watch the Marshall Thundering Herd take on the East Carolina Pirates. I've never been down to Greenville, so I'm excited about the trip down for that. Going to look at that Marshall plane crash plaque that they have there at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Excited to see that after being part of so many things at Marshall honoring the victims of that plane crash in 1970. Excited to see what East Carolina's done for it. But Marshall football kicks off this weekend, 6 o'clock against Albany. There at Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington. Will and I will be there hanging out over at Arby's. Come by and see us and hang, Or if you're going to Happy Valley, safe trip there as the Mountaineers get ready to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions, number 7 in the country in the preseason poll. Will, final thoughts from this one as the Patriots fall 42-21 and drop to 0-2 as the Tomcats pick up win number 3 in as many tries this season.
It's kind of what we talked about a little bit coming into the game, that both the teams are now coming out of this in completely different directions. Ashland now 3-0 with some quality wins, heading back over to Kentucky, just ready to compete in the thick of their new Division 4A. And for the Patriots, like we said, it's looking like it could be a tough couple weeks to come after this. A lot of things that this coaching staff is going to want to get fixed, and not a whole lot of time to fix it. So, it'll be interesting to see how they can get this turned around. It's a team, like I said, that GW expects to be in the playoffs year in and year out, and if they can fight their way back into it. Again, 0-2 is not a hole you cannot climb out of. 8 games left to get things back on track, but just a tough outing for the Patriots and really an encouraging one for the Tomcats.
Patriots fall here in their home opener at Steve Edwards Senior Field, 42-21 to the Ashland Tomcats. Tomcats stay perfect on the year 3 weeks into the season. Again, Patriots back up here on the hill next week against the Hurricane Redskins. Tom Hunter on the call for us here on High School Game Day. For our crew, Andrew Rose and Ethan Young, as well as Will Vance, I'm Adam Rogers saying thanks for being a part of our broadcast this evening. We'll see you next week with Tom Hunter here at GW.